Hello, big team video. Today we're gonna take a look at a team here with the Shadow Alolan Marowak with Hex and Fire Blast. Something I really wanted to try out after I haven't really tried it out over the last few seasons. Like, it was already a set prior, usually as a save swap. I didn't really want to use it as a save swap this time around, but maybe I should have done it, I'm not sure. We see a Ludicolo coming in here. We can go for one return, and like usually you don't really see Ludicolo. We're still in a little bit of a lower elo range after tanking like 2500, 2600. As we're going to try to climb up again more. This team is a little bit weird as you are not really that good against stuff like Bastion here. You're also very weak to stuff like Scrafty and the Obstagoon. We still won against some of them, but also I kind of want to talk a little bit about the different thing about this video here. There were a ton of games here that I shouldn't have won, but I won. Because my opponent makes a mistake. For example, I think this one as well. I think they're just gonna let this move go through and now their opponent doesn't have enough health left. If they just went ahead and double shielded, I think I might have been I might have lost this game still, but I'm not 100% sure. But this was the only way. But like this, it's an easy win for me. So thanks for this. But yeah, this is a general thing. If you're like at 2400, 2500 rating, I see a lot of people like blaming algorithm, which A, doesn't exist, and B is just, yeah, as if there is like someone behind there that only gives you bad matchups, totally. But like I see a lot of people complaining about this. I see a lot of people complaining about not having the right teams. And what I can say from seeing this meta now, which I'm usually not in, I can definitely tell that this is not the reason why most people are losing here. And I think also I saw some people complaining about, oh, why do I tank? How can I tank when I'm a legend player? I can do whatever I want to do, to be honest. I didn't have time to play. I wanted the starters so I can make more videos, so I tank. Okay, my thing. But I see that a lot of people getting like kind of not the motivation from this, and I think that's kind of the wrong approach. Like, if you see that you battle a legend player and you get completely wrecked by it, why do you not take the opportunity to see why you get wrecked? At the end of the day, both people get into the match with the same starting point. It's not that like the legend player has some, like in other games or whatever, better stuff available for them. Like everybody is on the same playing field, just not from the skill wise. For example, this game there, I think I would have lost this game if the opponent just still kept playing, because I wasn't close to a move there for me. They could have just went for one Brave Bird. I think they needed 2 more moves, and I think they would have got it, and I would have been down, but they just decided to surrender, even though they most likely would have won the game. Fine for me. Here the opponent actually runs Mega Horn, which really surprises me and really caught me off guard, and I didn't know the counts whatsoever. But there were like so many games which I definitely should have lost easily. There was like no way I could have won the game, and my opponent makes just the weirdest plays to basically give me the game, which of course like happens to me as well. Like, I also don't play every match perfectly fine. Same as this match, I most likely could have played it better as well, but it was just basically in every game, which is kind of insane in this kind of elo range. So again, if you see something like a legend player against you who tanked down there and completely wrecks you, maybe try to record your games and maybe try to see why that happened and not just complain about that it happened. Because the one thing is you cannot change that people are gonna tank. Like, this game doesn't really benefit you or reward you for playing above 3000 rating. So that's like kind of the consequences of this, that people are going to tank, and you can take advantage of this from maybe seeing how other people play and adapting your own play style on, okay, what did they do right and what did you do wrong, what cost you the game at the end of the day. It can be team comp, like it's also the case that team comp a lot of times matters a lot, but it is usually not, from what I've seen at least so far. But this is just the one thing that I wanted to say, because I saw a lot of comments below my recent videos where I say, oh, why do you tank? And I think you should maybe try to take people who tank and look how they play against you and maybe try to learn from it. I think that's the best approach that you can take, as people are not going to stop the tank. What is this? It's a Salazzle. I don't really want to get beaten by a Salazzle here. Let's talk a little bit about the Marowak. Of course, we have Fire Blast, which we definitely take a look a little bit further later on, as we definitely use it sometimes. We have the Shadow Bone. It's a legacy move. You need to really TM it right now, at least. Like, you don't really get it. Generally, you cannot evolve right now. Like, it was a special event where you could evolve a Shadow Cubone to a Shadow Alolan Marowak, and this event is sadly over. But I think I'm actually... Do I still win this game? I think my opponent also basically through the game here as well. Let me see. They go for one Ice Punch, totally fine for me. I can go for one one Power Whip, and I think they would be able to farm me down at this point of time, but they decide to throw before. Like, they definitely would have still got the one counter through. The counter would go through before I can throw my charge move, and thanks to this I can just farm them down and win the game. If they just farmed me down there the entire way, they would have got to a move against my Marowak, and they would have easily won the game. So again, kinda weird. We see the next opponent. We have the Manibus on the lead. That's actually the best matchup for us because we have Thunder on our Ferrothorn here. I kinda want to try out Ferrothorn again as we get the shield from the opponent. I don't know why you shield the first move against the Ferrothorn. It doesn't do that much damage either. It's not the worst play though because it was Thunder. Good catch here by the opponent, but this also allows us now to go into our Sableye here and farm this thing all the way down. Maybe I should have went into the Marowak instead and go for Fire Blast, but at least here we can resist. Why do you go for Psycho Boost? It's double resisted. Go for Thunderbolt, please, or Rock Slide. No, why? Yeah, stuff like this, again. I don't want to like blame the opponent or like make fun of them or anything like this, but it's just like obvious that a lot of times just the misplays were there, and I think you can more try to learn from it than try to, I don't know, hate on players who tank a little bit because of their own reasons. Here we see them going into the Victory Bell, fine for us, we can farm them down. We see the Manibus coming in, we're just going to go straight Fire Blast, we have to go straight Fire Blast, and we're going to completely annihilate this Manibus. Good game there. Next opponent, we're going to see Ferrothorn against the Venusaur. I misplayed this one, I think, because I have no idea how to play against a Venusaur with a Razor Leaf. I'm sorry, I have no idea, and I am honest about this. I should have just like tried to stay in. I should have tried to throw. I should have waited until they throw their charge move. But like what I did here was definitely not the right thing, but I just didn't know how to play against it because I don't see those Pokemon really often. As we see a Bastion coming in, which is even worse. But again, what is this team actually? Like, I've never seen this team before. Very weird combination so far. But we see here, I think this is a non-XL Bastion, to be honest, based on the damage that we do here. Power Whip come through, we can go for more Power Whips as well as we can shield this move up. Flamethrower. As we see, we can go for one more Power Whip here, and I try to catch the move, I'm not sure. Okay, they're just going to do weird stuff. They're going to let this move go through, they go into their Venusaur, and they go into their Stunfisk. I guess they still win this game though. This should KO them. But yeah, again, I misplayed here, for example, in the first matchup. There was definitely a better way to play it for me. I sadly don't get the debuff here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because they get to the the Earthquake here before, and they know that they have to throw the Earthquake, so good game there. We see the next opponent. We swap at the same time, we see a fighting type here. I expect them to have something like the Medicham in the back, to be honest, because that's a very common team, I think, from Caleb Pang, which is very weak to Charm users, but I guess if it works, it works. I don't see that many Charm users in general in Go Battle League right now, so I guess it's fine. Our team is really good against Charm users, as you can see as well. Actually, we have a Steel type and a Fire type on our team. Only one weakness with a Sableye, as we can go for one return, but they're going to shield this move up. I'm going to go into my Ferrothorn, expecting them to have a fighting type in the back, like the Medicham, and I can get some energy on me here and go for one Thunder, trying to do some nice damage against this Altaria, trying to go for one Shadow Bone, and we see Registeel coming in. And you know what we're going to do here. They're going to go ahead, try to debuff us with the Zap Cannon. Fine for us. We can see the attack drop. We can go for one Fire Blast. Does it KO? We're debuffed. It does KO. Insane damage from Marowak there. Very cool. We can go ahead, shield this move up. It's going to be a Sky Attack, of course, as we can go for more Shadow Bones, trying to debuff the opponent's defense. And we see here, we can now swap into our Ferrothorn. Maybe I should have just thrown. I'm not sure how much it would have done, but we were debuffed, so I was like, okay, I should be able to win CMP tie now anyway, and I should be able to win this game pretty easily, so it's going to be a good game. But yeah, in general, try to look at what you lose against anyway. It doesn't even matter if it's a legend player or not. Like, if you want to get better at Go Battle League right now, what I always would recommend you to do is just record your battles and try to analyze your losses. If you get to the conclusion, okay, I lost because of team comp, then it's fine. Like, this is going to happen most likely around 20% of the time, but a lot of games just come down to those small decisions, like where you could maybe farm more extra energy, where you can I don't know, where you can just swap better, where you can try to find the win con by swapping into a charge move, something like this. All of this would help you, but it, of course, you have to kind of, like, in my opinion, the best thing to learn is A, watch videos of legend players, watch streams of legend players who actually try to play serious, and B, then try to record your own gameplay, look where you basically lose against other people, where you get kind of, if you like stack a 2600 elo, the best thing that you can do is analyze A, your team, and B, also your gameplay, and see why are other people better than you and beat you. And this is all that really helps you. This is what I also did when I was starting Go Battle League, because of course I also started in Go Battle League, and I started pretty, I mean, I got to the highest ranking in every season, like that's not that, but like I had literally no idea when I started, so it was kind of nice. We see here an Azumarill coming in, we can go for a Shadow Bone and we get the defense drop, 20% chance, very nice that you get it now. I don't know, I think they actually dropped it down to like 20%, I think it was higher before, or is it now only like lower than 20%, I'm not sure, but they definitely dropped it before for whatever reason. As we can shield up this Hydrocan, we can farm them all the way down, which is amazing. Now we have all the energy in the world and they just surrender here. Good game to my opponent, as we see the next opponent having Obstagoon in the lead. This Pokemon is basically unbeatable for this team, right? Depends on how you play, of course. As we see them going for one Cross Chop here, of course we know that they have Cross Chop, I can go for one Power Whip. But thanks to this, they should be in a range where I can go for one Foul Play and I KO them. And this is all that I really want. I can let the move go through. I hope that they don't boost, and they don't boost. I can go for the Foul Play here. This doesn't KO yet, I think. It's close. Yeah, it's resisted, but it's fine. We can now let the move go through. They're going to go for one Night Slash, doesn't boost them, and we see the Victory Bell coming in. We have good answers for this. We can go into a Marowak and they go into their Deoxys defense, and this game is over. Marowak is just a hard wall for both of them in the back, especially with Hex. It allows them to do even more damage against the Deoxys, putting them into a range for one Shadow Bone already at this point of time. They go for the Thunderbolt. I can just shield up everything, and this game is over. There's nothing that they can do, and yeah. We see the Victory Bell coming back in. Like, what do they want to do here? We can just go for Shadow Bone. Do they want to throw the charge move? They just gonna let the move go through. They know it as well. And this is going to be a good game. As we see the next opponent, Donut Dan, we see a Warrain. Warrain is pretty decent for this team in general. All our Pokemon of our team can do something against it. And we see a Chestnut coming in. You know what we have to do here. This Chestnut doesn't run the Smackdown fast move. They just run the Wine Whip, which allows us to just get some energy, go for the Fire Blast, and bye Chestnut. I'm actually really excited for Chestnut Community Day whenever we're gonna get this. It's going to be amazing. As we see the Warrain coming in here, we can let this move go through. There's going to be only an Icicle Spear. We can still get to another Shadow Bone here, which going to do some nice damage, as we see, and we get the defense drop as well, which is very cool. We can go for, I should have went, I guess, nah. I usually go for one more fast move always, because then I only give my opponent one fast move for free. But now we see a Shadow Marowak coming in from the opponent's side, but with the wrong fast move, of course, with the Fire Spin. Okay, Fire Spin is definitely the better one, but it's not as funny at least. And we can just farm them all the way down with Shadow Claw at this time. So this is going to be a good game. There's nothing that they can do anymore. There's also a small hard counter on my part, so I think it's going to be a good game here. We go for the return. Do they want to shield this up? They do not want to shield this up, because it doesn't matter for them anyway. Next opponent, we're going to see Ferrothorn against Nidoqueen. Actually a matchup that is surprisingly good for Nidoqueen, because they can just one-shot me with an Earth Power, while this Power Whip doesn't one-shot them. So it's kind of awkward, even though you have a Steel type against a Poison type. It's just the secondary typing that kind of flips this match, as we can go for one more Power Whip here. This Power Whip going to get the shield from the opponent. We can swap in here, and I thought it was most likely an Earth Power. Turns out it wasn't. Turns out they have Bastion in the back. Turns out we are kinda screwed here. We don't have shields left anymore. Bastion has access to the Stone Edge and also the Flamethrower, and our Pokemon in the back are weak to a Stone Edge or Flamethrower. So yeah. This is going to be a good game, definitely. There's not a lot that we can do here. We can go for one more Power Whip here at least. Hell yeah, it's definitely going to matter so much. We will see. They're actually gonna let this move go through. They go for the Flamethrower now. But, like, yeah, there is not a lot that I can do here anymore. I can go and try to farm this thing all the way down. They have a shield advantage, and they are also going to have A Deoxys. Okay, maybe there's still a chance, I'm not sure. We can go for one Shadow Bone, we get the shield immediately. That was kinda unnecessary because this one will not even KO. So rather shield the second one because of the debuff chance, but there you go for a charge move. It's only a Thunderbolt. Can we actually still win this? We can farm this thing down and we can actually still get to a charge move. That's hilarious. We win this game here. Good game. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.